I've been putting big about something.
Let's meet the visiting team, the Minnesota Timberwolves. At small forward, Jaden McDaniels. At center, Naz Reid. At point guard, Mike Conley. At the other forward position, Karl Anthony Towns. At the other guard position, Anthony Edwards. The head coach of the visiting team is Chris Finch. Introducing the starting five for your Dallas Mavericks. At power forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 25, Heath Jeff Washington. At the center position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 21, Daniel Gafford. The other forward position, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 31, Klay Thompson. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'2", number 11, Kyrie. At guard, 6'7", number 77,
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. And as we're reaching the end of the calendar year, here's a great chance to delve into the updated power rankings. Take a look at the Timberwolves. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when I look at Dallas, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some people say they're playing above their heads. I think we're just starting to realize how good this team is.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Front-court spots filled by McDaniels and Towns. Conley and Edwards are the guards. And it's Reid in at the 5. And for Dallas, the star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. Big men on the 4 formerly Washington and Gafford. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. This is the most wonderful time of the year. Christmas and the NBA. All wrapped up, Greg, into one beautiful package.
It is, partner. And as a player, it was always an honor to play in those Christmas Day games. And now it's an honor for us as announcers to call them. It's one of the best days on the NBA calendar.
Gets in the paint and drains it. Kyrie Irving, show off that touch.
Pass to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Now Edwards. It's up a 3. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Edwards gone 50% from the arc. 1 of 2. Here's Doncic. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Yes, Kevin, I caught up with Jason Kidd just a few minutes ago, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks.
There is simply no substitute for what Jaden McDaniels gives you on the defensive end every night. This guy is elite.
And he makes the first. Doris, with Nowitzki and Doncic, the Mavericks have gone from one great European player to another.
And you could tell the one year that Luka got to play with Dirk, Kevin, he absolutely loved it. He got to learn from a Hall of Famer and a champion. What better way to start your career?
Now, here's Doncic. Outside Irving. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 5.
That is pure from Kyrie. Fantastic working off the catch.
Pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Gafford. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
How about Anthony Edwards? The bounce. Go ahead, Ant.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Doncic. And there it is for him. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Puts up a deep 3. Edwards with another miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Beyond the arc. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Takes it from 10. Edwards with another miss.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Conley kicks to McDaniels. Reed in the post. Washington's on him. Count that one.
Well, the high percentage opportunity. Naz Reid on the inside.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And this is a team making history with every single win. They're coming into this game with 30 consecutive victories. That's right, 30.
This is truly an all-time streak, and we're not talking about just for this franchise. We're talking about in the history of this league. The consistent dominance is something so rarely seen. You have to keep reminding yourself, just settle in and watch these guys work.
And he can't get the first one. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Conley. The Mavericks pull it in. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at. And I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Conley kicks to Towns. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Towns has got 6 points.
Now, Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
Thompson from long range. Reed with the rebound.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Conley's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Irving passes to Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Outside, Towns. Pass to Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Drains it from beyond the arc. 8 points for him.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And the Mavericks with some changes. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Marshall comes in for Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Joe Ingles comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Dillingham subbed in for Mike Conley.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
And Towns throws it down.
Assisted by
Big-time slam by Karl Anthony Towns. Love when he's playing with this sort of aggression.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of the shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Here's Towns after the Mavericks pick up 3. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Mavericks leading by 8. Well, defensively, Doris, these Minnesota Timberwolves are really a cut above the rest.
They led the league in defensive rating in 2024. They have so many ways to shut down what you're trying to do offensively. Length, athleticism, rim protection, commitment, and great scheme. They are a nightmare.
Edwards, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Doncic, no good. Timberwolves trail by 8. To the paint, here's Ingles. A rebound by Washington.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Alexander Walker. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blower. And when you look at Alexander Walker, Doris, so consistent from year to year.
This is a young man who knows his role, finds ways to help the team within the context of what the Stars are doing, and those are exactly the kind of role players you need in order to have a quality basketball team.
The first free throw is good. That one is no good.
And the missed free throws starting to be an issue.
And when we talk about players with great upside, Doris, Derek Lively is one of the first to come up.
That's no question about that. This young man has great length and athleticism. He's adding strength every single day. Eventually, he's going to have some go-to moves offensively, but right now, rim runner, rim protector of the highest standard, and plays beyond his years.
And the basket by Gobert.
Gobert's comfort zone, right? High percentage shots, easy money for Rudy.
Dinwiddie dishes to Marshall. Pass to Washington. Over Ingles. Off target with the fadeaway. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. We welcome welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Here's Dinwiddie. Nothing on the board. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Joe Ingles is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Dillingham in at the 1 spot. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. From deep Ingles. Rebounded by Exum.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving, one of the outstanding mid-range shooters. This guy legit 3-level.
Here's Alexander Walker. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Alexander Walker with the ball. Just 5 on the clock. From past the arc, the Mavericks pull it in. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at Footprint Center in Phoenix. It sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Now here's Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Alexander Walker. Lively defending. From deep Ingles. That does not fall. Still looking for his first basket after 3 shots. Exum with a wide open look. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 7. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now, Alexander Walker. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
And he knocks down the first one. However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the history of the game. I mean, left hand, right hand, a little bit of English and polish, big shot maker. And what I love for Kyrie Irving right now is he seems content and happy.
Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Kyrie Irving.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Here's Alexander Walker. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Timberwolves trail by 6. And it's blocked.
Well, on top of the length he provides and athleticism, there are the shot-blocking instincts of Derek Lively. Wow.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
Pass to Ingles. Inside. And finished off by Gobert.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be playing the Rockets in Houston. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that game against the Thunder, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Now here's Gobert. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Reed.
This has always been an aspect of Naz Reid's game, the ability to spread the floor from three.
From deep, Washington drills the three-pointer. Washington's got 11 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Dinwiddie against Conley. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 6-point game. Takes it off the glass.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And so it's Minnesota with it, following the score by Dallas. Outside Conley. Here's Reid. No good on the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And then Washington with the dunk.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Okay, fans, time to make some noise for your D-Town crew.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Dante Exum comes in for Marshall. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dinwiddie. Timberwolves also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in for Edwards. Down low, here's Conley. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
First personal foul.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
There's Exum. Hasn't made one yet. For this screen on Conley. And here's Doncic from the arc. Reid with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 8. Conley left side. McDaniels gets a wide open look. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Doncic. Pass to Exum. Washington sets the pick for Exum. Hands it from downtown. Exum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, Dante Exum figuring it out in the pick and roll. He knows how to shoot off a screen.
Teardrop shot. Conley's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Doncic. Out to Thompson. The 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Alexander Walker passes to Towns.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Pass to Washington. Thompson in the corner. The 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Reid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Conley with it, picked up by Thompson. Here's McDaniels, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
McDaniels making excellent use of the mid-range there.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
I want to hear each and every one of you give it up for the Hoop Room. Get loud, man. From the court, your hot anybody out there want a free t-shirt? These t-shirts get into the door.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic unbelievable play for him over the last month. And he's also ranked second in assists. Needless to say, an elite playmaker.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Emphatic finishes are becoming routine for Mr. Gafford.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out Doris a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim protection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
So it's Minnesota now. After Luka Doncic's miss.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Gafford. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Gafford's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Conley finds McDaniel. To the middle, trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Gafford's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Stolen by McDaniels. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Pass to Alexander Walker. Conley with it. And here's Towns. He's covered by Washington. 4 seconds left. Towns, no luck. And so it's Dallas, holding on to an 8-point lead, heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, PJ. Hot start offensively. How do you continue that in the second half?
I think we did a great job of attacking the rim and kicking out to our teammates and making open shots. So we got back away from that in the second quarter, but we got to do a better job of that coming out of halftime.
Stick with what works, right? Thanks for your time, man. Back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Hey, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Red line! Okay, you're thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
With All-Star Weekend around the corner, let's see who's looking to bring down the rims at the dunk contest this year.
A lot of high flyers on this list. I've seen what they can do in-game. Curious to see what they can do on the big stage when the lights are bright.
It's hard to go wrong with anyone from this group. I'm glad we have a front row seat.
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Timberwolves.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
They're like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And here is Doncic, and one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. The star backcourt, Doncic and Irving are the guard set. And it's Gafford into the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Wingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Conley finds McDaniels. Back to Conley. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
And Greg, at the time Kyrie joined Dallas, there were some questions around how he and Doncic would fit together.
Yeah, well, Dallas needed another ball handler who could score and make plays for others. Doncic couldn't do it all by himself, especially in the postseason. Now they're trying to build around those two guys.
Washington. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Edwards. He's got 10. Pass to Conley. And here's Reed. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. Reed with a screen on Irving. For 3, Edwards. It's rebounded by Dallas. To the inside. It's stolen by Edwards. Lots of room. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Luka taking it in. He gets that one. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. Well, we've got a moment here. Let's now see who the league's top scorers are. Number 1, Luka Doncic. And, of course, Anthony Edwards.
Anytime these two guys are on the floor at the same time, you're just waiting for one of them to go off, if not both of them.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Back to Conley. Reed with a screen for Conley. Here's McDaniels. That's in there. Conley with the assist. McDaniels got 10.
You have to anticipate those quick release opportunities. Jaden McDaniels ready on the catch.
And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They're leading by 8. Outside Conley. Out to the right wing. Shot by McDaniels, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. Conley, the pass to Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Dallas leading by 8. And when you look at P.J. Washington, his value DB lies in his defensive versatility.
Well, he's cross-positional. You can switch virtually every position with him on the defensive end. There's a strong physical presence, but maybe my favorite attribute is he's fearless. There's a toughness and an edge, and boy, you give him a big shot to take, he's not going to hesitate.
Here's Towns, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. From downtown, Towns, no luck. For Dallas, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Gafford sets the pick for Thompson. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Man, that sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Reed the pass to Alexander Walker. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns putting on a show on the offensive end of the floor. Legit three-level score, and he's got it all working.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Mike Conley. How his last 10 games have gone. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Dallas leading by 11. Bounce pass Washington. Doncic feeling it out. Here's the three. Rebound Minnesota.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Alexander Walker. It's Edwards on the wing. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup.
Conley against Doncic. Inside. Stolen by Reed. To the paint. Conley kicks to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Towns for three. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Doncic outside. To the middle. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Najee Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Exum comes in for Irvin. Timberwolves also changing it up. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Joe Ingles in for Edwards. 1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. Thompson for three. Thompson from the corner.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Thompson. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Doncic. Thompson in the corner. Gafford finds Doncic. Now, here's Marshall. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Some worried Doris about a log jam up front for the Timberwolves, but it seems to have worked out.
It certainly has, Kevin, and I think part of that is the high skill level of both Karl Anthony Towns and Naz Reid. Both of those guys can play the 4 and the 5 spot. What does that mean? Well, it allows either of them to line up next to Rudy Gobert, provide spacing with their shooting, and stay big. That's a huge advantage.
Marshall gets the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Alexander Walker. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. This is the most they've led by 13 points. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Marshall dishes to Exum. For the three. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Coming over the floor for your Mavericks, number 42, Maxi Lima.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Doncic. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. No good on the triple. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 13. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Miller is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Dillingham. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Ingles, and at the 3, the small forward.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Here's Irving. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off target with his 3.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Irving can't get it to go.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
The putback, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
Here's Washington. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Marshall with it. Ingles with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Now, here's Ingles. Has to Gobert. Out to Miller. 4 on the clock. For 3, Edwards. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Mavericks leading by 12.
Kyrie Irving so good at keeping defenders off balance. Earns a trip to the free throw line there. Nicely done.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Dallas making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. Timberwolves also changing it up. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Miller. And it's Mike Conley in for Dillingham.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And it's blocked.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
See, Kyrie never hesitates. As soon as he sees that open man, boy, it is on time.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Good on the triple.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Marshall. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. Now, Coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
Thank you, David. Doncic against Ingles. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. And again for 3.
And would you believe he's nearing 4th place for most 3-pointers of all time?
I cannot believe it. Not only does he have the talent, but he never stops working on his shot. This guy is something else.
What a response from Anthony Edwards. If you make a three, he wants to come right back at you.
Doncic passes to Lively. Edwards finds Conley. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. Reed, he's checked in for Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Alexander Walker.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Edwards. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
On the wing, Irving. Edwards defending. And that one's good, Irving.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Conley against Doncic. Conley's shot is off. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. At one point, they led by 16.
What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He could really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all 3 levels, so dangerous.
That free throw good from Doncic. McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. So he gets them both.
Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size, he's got skill, he can get downhill, he mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
Now Doncic following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Towns with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's McDaniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality, does a nice job drawing contact.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Mavericks?
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Yes, that goes in. And that's 19 points for Kyrie Irving.
Guys, hard to guard that floater with Irving when he makes it at the speed with which he does.
Conley kicks to Towns. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And finished off by Lively.
Yeah, Mr. Lively might be the best catch and finisher in the alley-oop situation. That's a dunk, folks.
Timberwolves trail by 18. Towns, a screen on Irving. Pass to Towns. Nailed from three-point land. Towns has got 20.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks leading by 15. On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Conley. And they'll get another chance. Irving passes to Washington. Washington with the screen on McDaniel. Thompson with the bucket.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's Conley for 3. Edwards. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And it's Dallas with another.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Minnesota calls timeout. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Dallas leading by 20. Every year, Doris, the NBA has a few points of emphasis they want to make. Anything you'd like to see emphasized?
Yeah, I think, Kevin, one thing that has to happen is we have got to give the defense a greater chance to succeed. We've tilted the game too heavily in the offense's favor, meaning too often at the rim, there's foul shots given for marginal contact. I think the defense has got to become more involved in the outcome of games.
Here is Edwards. After Luka Doncic's bucket, here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Mavericks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 3 wins on the year now.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this one. Such an overall great performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Here's Reed after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Here's Edwards. Lays it up off the glass.
Naz Reed, what a nice find. This guy always has his eyes up and ready to look for options.
Irving finds Doncic. Gafford sets the pick for Doncic. From the arc, another 3 for Dallas.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now here's Towns. Pass to McDaniels. This one for 3. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. On the wing, Thompson. Doncic outside. Off on that one. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. The other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Here with Luka. You got the W, so what did you think about your performance?
You know, we got to win against a team that is very competitive. You know, they go hard no matter what. You know, they're a great team. And, you know, I'm just glad we got to win, and we got to keep going like that.
Hey, man, thanks for your time. I really appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Luka Doncic.